Hey, good evening, Let's Talk family. Good evening, review show family. And tonight is Monday night. Usually when we do our review shows on all the channels, Twitter, YouTube, and the Facebook channels. One thing about doing review shows is that the shows that we do reviews on are only 10 weeks, and they go quick, but they go slow, but they go quick based upon the show. And tonight, Dwayne and myself, hopefully Keisha will join us, is going to discuss episode 10, season finale of Raising Kanan, Power Book 3. Season 2 has come to a close. Um, what's up, Wayne?
What's going on? Yeah, end of the season, it went kind of fast. In some regards, I'm thankful it went fast because it's been pretty much terrible for me. I know there's some people out there that's enjoying it, but for me, it was pretty much terrible. But I will say this, this episode, first episode this season, that kept my attention throughout. So I thought they did a really good job with the finale.
Good evening, Nicole. And good evening, Sport and Gaming. Um, you know, Dwayne, what did you say at the end?
I said, I like what they did with this season finale, man. This was the one episode that kept my attention from beginning to end.
Wayne. This episode had me, and it's funny because I know you was traveling, and I had already seen the episode when we talked, and I'm disappointed in one way. I'm disappointed because this episode was really good, really really good, and it's not like you said to me. It's not the fact that so many people did get killed off the show. It's the fact that it was action. It was the stories was coming, and a lot of the storylines that they had was coming to a head, coming to an end. I'm disappointed that a couple of the stories is still going on. This detective, his partner, like her overzealous and wanting to find out what his personal life, and I just think that's crazy. And I wish that would have came to an end. I did like the episode. I liked the episode a lot
Okay.
compared to all the other episodes, and it's really, like I said, it's really sad. Um, and hopefully in the future, with what we're trying to do, we'll be able to get a writer on the show one day and ask them about having a writer room, because I think from a supporter's perspective, it looks like the writers aren't on the same page. But then when they're at that writing table, they're all in there throwing ideas out. So I want to know how that goes behind the scenes, if they could ever develop that, because for this, it appeared to me that the season had been all over the place with some of their stuff. I know that you were a very, very big supporter of the season one, and like you kept me into season one, and season two just been a blah.
Well, you look for the goodness in everything, right? So I would say the acting was pretty good, man. I would say the acting was pretty good all season. The young lady, I forgot to write her name down. I apologize. The young lady that's playing jukebox, and she's acting her tail off, man. She's like doing a really, really good job. And I've always been a fan of London Brown. So I'm not surprised at how he's playing Marvin, but people may say stuff about Marvin the character, but London Brown is he's acting his tail off, man. Like especially these last 3 or 4 episodes. But
Hmm.
I thought it was really good. I like their interaction in the season finale, like when she came back to the house and they had their conversation. You know, they realized, man, they love each other. They need each other. I thought that was a really good scene. Um, Another scene, that Rock and Lulu scene was really raw, man. Like how she just went at her brother like that. I mean, and as a man, you don't want to hear that. You really don't. As a man, you don't want to hear that, especially from your big sister. She talking about she own him, like he
You
just
know,
some joker of the street. You know?
sometimes, bro, like because you brought the scene about, I'm gonna interject, right? Sometimes when you hear a scene like that, the scene was powerful for TV. It was showed a dynamic that we didn't understand, because why she said that to him. You kind of wish it was more backstory to why she feels like she has to control him, because we seen that basically they kept saying that Marvin had the chair and he basically did messed it up. So she started doing stuff, but you didn't understand like Lou always showed her loyalty and like she treats Lou like, is Lou her son? Is Lulu her son? Because she actually tries to control everything that he does, and even so much so when he went to that bank, man, you could see the crush. He was crushed because he wants to have something of his own. He want, sometimes, and me and you understand because me and you, for the viewers, me and you are both the youngest in our families, and at the end of the day, yes, we have siblings that love us and strong, give us whatever we want. You kind of want to impress them as the youngest.
Yeah.
Kind of want to show them like, look,
And for me, it's even bigger than that because I'm the youngest first cousin on both sides of my family.
mhm,
So you feel like you want to show them that, yo, I'm a man. Like, I have some of my older cousins that'll be like, yo, don't tell me your age, man. Because you still gonna always be my little cousin, which is true. But, you know, it's it's it was interesting, man. I don't understand the Burke and why she going so hard on, like, if anything, right? Omar Epps' character would be like, yo, I'm good, man. I'm the one that got shot, not your ass. Like,
yeah,
fall back. Like, you know what I mean? Um, I mean, the crack fiend coming back, getting shot. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. So yeah, the Breeze thing, man. We still, like I keep trying to tell people, man. We still a couple of years away from that.
I'm
If
not.
if you think about it,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even supporting game, and I seen your comment about Breeze. The Breeze and Tommy and Ghost issue has never been an issue for me. Long as it was more action in the story and some
mm,
believable plots, they could do that 2 3 years down the line if the show continues to rate well. That was never an issue for me. The issue for me this season, up until this show, is that the episodes 1 through 9 basically been look like watching wet paint dry. It's been
yeah,
boring. Um, it's you figure the name is Raising Canaan. Okay, we understand that they grew up together, but we learned more about the dynamic of Juke this season than we learned about Canaan because we got to remember we knew Carter was his father towards the end of last season.
mm,
So we didn't really get now we got a little bit more depth of why him and his the resentment he towards his mother. But this season been about Juke, been about Marvin, basically controlling his anger, getting his
hmm
anger, and some other things. Dwayne, one of the things I was surprised with, yo, was the power move that the Dominican chick pulled on Rock.
yeah. But come on, all of a
But
sudden,
but Dwayne, my whole thing about that, right? Not that it wasn't expected, but hold up, her cousin is, as we say in the street, the plug or whatever, the connect. She wouldn't have been working in the store
mm,
holding the money for Rock like she was some type of because her husband was beating her up, like that whole thing,
yeah.
and then having her
Like
sitting
and
at the
she
table.
made it almost seem like she was a queen, like a drug queen, when in that scene.
Yes,
Like her cousin was deferring to her. And then
yes,
he was like, she dangerous. And she was like, well, so am I. You know?
but she wasn't dangerous when Unique had her all scared up.
Right. And so I look forward to one of the things I look forward to going forward is the relationship between Unique and Rock. You know, I knew
Mhm.
somebody was going to save her. It surprised me that it was Unique. I thought it was going to be Kanan. I really did. Kanan and Howard. So,
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, like I did, I'm like you. I thought it was going to be Kanan and Howard. But it had to be unique when you think about it because they showed the little scene
mhm,
at the diner. So it had to be unique. Basically, like, look, I saved you. So now the suspense going into next season is she going to give Unique a shot and
we heard more
a
about
date?
what he said now. I'm sorry. What he said?
We learn more about the Sea Head than Kanan, the cokehead. Sam,
Oh.
Well, you know, I
That's true. They gave his background story. He was
yeah,
on
he did
Wall
say his
Street.
back. I was accountant, CPA, had my own cubicle downtown.
Mhm.
Yeah, that scene was crazy, yo. He said, "Well, Marv, let me take one last hit."
Yeah, he wanted that one last hit before he died. Ain't that some shit? Hey,
Oh man.
but yeah, this episode, man, had a lot of action. Like, but can we stop, man? Not every Italian actor can play a gangster. Tony
Oh,
Danza, Tony
Tony
Danza,
Danza destroyed that role.
Tony Danza. I mean, all you think about with him is who's the boss. Man, I ain't looking for him to be no gangster.
I mean, it's unfortunate because it's like you had him typecast because he's Italian, but
Yeah,
if you wanted to get an Italian, you could have got any Italian actor that basically has a strong accent that's known as being Tony Danza. Has he ever played a guy in a show in any movie where he fought? We know he was a Golden Glove boxer, though. That's the crazy thing. But I've never seen a violent show with Tony Danza. Tony Danza, like I think it was right idea, just wrong actor. And going forward, they already said that he's going to be in season 3.
hmm
So we're gonna really see how that goes. How do you like about the scene with Juke beating the boy up?
I mean, it's cool, man. So Juke figured out what it was and figured out it was him that did all that. And so she handled her business, man. He talking about she snuck and punched him. No, she didn't.
No,
She,
supporting gamer. The reason why Rock looked at hurt is because Rock has the role that they have Rock in. Rock severely underestimates people in this show. She kills off of what she perceives as power, just like when she decided to kill Cartier. She just assumed that old boy was going to work with her, and basically he played it like, "Yo, you killed him for me, so I'm giving you the money." Like her mind, and like she told Unique when they were talking at the diner, her mind of expanding, talking about global. I just think that's a little far fetched. People wasn't
mm,
thinking like that back then. Um, and it just her saying it like you talking about global. I mean, at the end of the day, Unique showed you what it was about. You need to be focused
mm,
on Southside Jamaica, Queens.
yep,
Like that's what you need to be focused on. All that trying to expand and be in Jersey and all that other stuff.
it's crazy,
You
man.
you out of your league.
It's crazy.
Had a lot of action, but a storyline, a comic book
But
has less
zero.
ADHD than this show.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Um, like it's time. There's certain people we can wrap up. It's no longer we need to see Burt. I mean,
It's no
she's
longer to see
no
Burton
purpose.
famous.
We don't need to see famous either. He's really not giving us anything. Um, I mean, what are they? It's kind of like you said, man. It seemed to be more about Jukebox and Marvin than it even is about Kanan, man. Like
Hmm.
you know, and Rock don't. She just want to be that. Like she ought to understand. She getting played by everybody. Rock got played by everybody.
Hmm.
The old slick head Joker played her. Got his man off that case. She did that. She did a lot of stuff for all these people, man. They played her.
Let me just put you guys' comments up on the screen.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that. She is better than Monet was. You know, she is, but she just gotta understand, man. They did. They did. And for me, Jokers was not moving cautious enough, knowing they had all this strife and beef, man. Like y'all walking around like every day is fine. I don't like the way they killed Juke's mother. Um, who else? I don't like the way they killed the singer. Like it's a lot of deaths that went down in this season finale. I'm like, why you kill her, man?
Yeah,
Like,
they killed the singer. They killed everybody. You know what they did? They killed everybody that's close to them. They killed everybody that's attached to them.
Now I
They
did
killed,
like that the dude that had the biggest issue with them in the projects, the dude in the wheelchair, was the one to help Marvin out. I do like
yeah.
that. That was all right for
They
me.
killed the council last week. So now they don't have no attachment. So next year, I guess they'll
Right,
come back.
support gaming. You 100% right. Support gaming. You right. It was useless. It was a dumb kill.
No, a Ratchet Studios. I don't think she was using Lulu. I think she really liked Lulu, and she liked him, and she really wanted to be a singer. I think the one that was using her was Famous's sister, who they bought in the show and took out for no reason. Like, why did you even bring Ziza in here, and you could have kept Famous sister in here?
Hmm?
When you think about some of the stuff they've done with this season, it's like no purpose. You bring Crown Camacho around, so everybody, like, the theme was everybody dies. So I guess Dwayne, nope, they have no attachments now.
Yeah.
Juke is automatically going to get closer to Marvin. One scene, you guys in the chat, Dwayne hated the scene, which was a throwaway scene, when a detective interviewed the old man. What was the purpose of that? He didn't
Purpose for
snitch.
that. He ain't snitching.
Cruising down the hall in my 6'4".
That's crazy.
I feel you, but Shorty did not produce that beat. And she convinces Lulu with that box. Absolutely, as she should. As she should. I mean, Ratchet Studios, come on, tighten up, beloved.
Yeah.
If she got to put that thing on him to convince him, as she should. As they say.
Yeah.
What that thing do?
Listen, man. I'm more intrigued, to be honest with you. I'm more intrigued with Juke's storyline, and I want to know how she became that cop. You know what I mean?
I don't know what they're doing with Famous. Famous serves no purpose in the show. The only thing that we know about Famous's real name is Sean, and Kanan names his son Sean. That's it. He don't want to trap. He want Kanan to give him money for rent. He
He
don't
want
want to go to
no,
school.
my problem with Famous is he want everybody to do every fucking thing for him.
Yeah.
That's it. And he don't want to do shit for himself, man. He a whiner. Come on, Kay. If you gonna be staying here, you gotta help me with some of these bills. Help you? He the one that got you there.
But you know
You
what's funny? You
understand?
know what's funny about it? The craziest thing? Famous stay there, right? But Famous know everything about what Rock doing. I thought your moms didn't want nobody on the street.
Yeah.
Like, you know everything about what this woman doing. You don't go to school. Like, you just here for no reason.
No
Probably
reason.
getting high or something. And they just ain't tell us yet.
So I don't know where it goes from here, man. You just look at what 50's doing now. He dropped the BMF documentary.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna roll that once that's done into the premiere BMF, and which I think it said is coming in January. I believe it said. So he still got work to do with stars. Ain't like he going off stars today. Um, I think he may wind up eventually settling with stars and go back
He
there.
ain't going nowhere. Stars is gonna have everything. He ain't going nowhere. The contract. A lot of times, what these guys do is the contracts run out. Oh boy, here we go with the trolls, man. You're blocked, buddy.
Yeah, let me
So a lot of times, what they do is I got the chat. Sport gamers, good looking. That would be interesting supporting gaming if uh if they was to say that Famous was originally Breeze. That's the type of twist that people like us
I
that watch
laugh
shows
too, man. I would laugh.
we can expect. If those of us that watch shows, we're used to shows that throw us a twist like that, like Famous get locked up, like Famous got locked up. Say if he got locked up for the murder, now all of a sudden he come home and tell everybody his name Breeze, and he tough all of a sudden, But just what is the purpose of Famous right now?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Ratchet Studios, stop it, man. Stop it. You said I promise I'm not watching Kane anymore, but I will tune into these reviews. Well, we appreciate you tuning
Yeah,
into
I
our
appreciate
reviews.
that, bro.
We really do.
Too. And
Um,
and I definitely appreciate it because I've been so negative this year, man. But I can only give it to y'all how I feel about it, man. As always, I say it. I want my people to win all the time. And I'm glad that he has this platform and he's giving us some good stuff. But now they got me paying attention to the music that's being played. I'm like, where's the music? Because first season, that's what got me, man. They gave me that real hip hop. Yeah, for
but
real. You're
you know
right.
what? We
You're
we
right.
appreciate what you just said. That we're the reason that you watched the
Oh,
show.
I appreciate that for
But
sure, bro.
Ratchet Studios. You know what's funny is I actually commented. 50 had put a preview up of the finale. I actually went on IG and commented. I said, "Look, I'm glad because I hope next." No, it was about the Tony Danza being re-up for season 3. I said, I hope so because season 2 been bad. Like one of the things is that we're supporting these shows. We need to tell them, in a respectful way, because I know a lot of times people think when people say criticize them that they're a bot or they just being negative. No, we need to tell them like, look, I told 50 straight up. I don't know if he's seen it. I don't know if he care. Your expectations is higher. You didn't do a good job with this, and the writers didn't do a good job. And I'm gonna comment in Sasha Penn's post as well, because Variety gave him a good review, and I'm gonna say, look, I appreciate Variety's opinion, but we do a review show, and it hasn't been good, and we need to tell them that it hasn't been good.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with wanting them to raise the bar, right? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, well, support gaming. I appreciate it, man, because I remember way back to the first review, episode 1 of season 2, childhood friend, like family, to me and Q said, D, give it a chance, man. Like you jumping on it too fast. And he told me be patient. And I tried to. And I tried to be patient all season. And it took to the last episode for them to give me something with some bite to it. Listen,
Hmm.
I really like this episode. And you all may be surprised by the rating I give to it when we get to that point, especially with the way that I've been rating everything this year. But this episode gave us action. Um, Almost every scene was impactful. Like I said, I didn't understand the detective with the old man. That old man ain't snitching. And also felt it interesting when Juke basically told Burke, like, thank you for bailing me out, all that. I appreciate it. But you need to watch your back, man. There's people out here that's gonna
Yo,
come for you.
but you notice the funniest thing about it. Burke took Juke's warning very serious.
She did.
She basically was like, she told her friend, if anything happened to me, you know why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ratchet Studio said these black figures always tell us that if they get past certain barriers, that the content will be better, but we'll always get spoiled product. It it will get served fresh but turn to shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, like, but we gotta be also sometimes we gotta hold some accountability for it, right? And what I mean by like this, I thought For Life was an excellent show on ABC, but we ain't watch it, man. We ain't watch it live. We watched it, streaming or whatever, and the numbers just wasn't enough for network TV, so they got rid of it. And that was a
I
great show,
I
man.
think Stars acknowledged the fans' reactions to Book 4 Force because Joseph said something in a stream that season 2 would be better and have a new. I don't think Stars looks at fans and base their decisions off of not ratings, off of emotion. And what I mean by that is that y'all know y'all watch the Powerverse. It's always these leaks towards the end, and it's always been accusations. And 50 is very public with his disagreements with the studio, right, wrong, and indifferent. And you very rarely hear studios announce that they're disappointed in something. They keep a lot of things close to the vest. My buddy, he's not going to tell you guys where he worked, but corporate America is very silent when they have a disagreement with someone, unless they're just going to cut ties with you. They're not going
Mm.
to say nothing. They're not going to put their negotiations out there. It's usually the person that puts stuff out there. I say that to say that look at stars from let's look at P Valley. P Valley season 1, right? It was a good show. A lot of people liked it. They went on a 2-year hiatus because of COVID. Season
Mhm.
2 came back. The creator Katori Hall had a child. They got re-up for season 3 and they're not coming back for 2 more years.
Really?
Yes. So from a show
Oh,
standpoint,
wait a second. So P Valley that just finished, they not coming back to 2024?
exactly.
Wow.
See, now a show like that, or any show, to take a 2-year hiatus without a pandemic or something crazy going on is almost like suicide in this type of business because you got to keep the viewer
People gonna forget about
you
it.
go yeah, you got to keep the viewer occupied. So I just think that 50 because he's always dealt with Lionsgate, which is the parents company of Stars. Y'all know how 50 think and how he tweets. He probably think that, Stars is a little network. But Stars is getting their weight up. I know we think that Power runs it. At the end of the day, they got P Valley, they got Hightown.
Yeah, but
You,
if they ain't
you,
got P Valley for 2 years, they need fit.
yeah. So you got to be we got to be mindful that I think it was uncalculated what they doing. We don't even know when Power Book 2 is coming. They keep saying the end of the year. I myself don't think nothing's coming back, and we're gonna try to do a review show for documentaries and movies. I don't think nothing's gonna come back till February. We got to
Mm.
understand November's right here, and
Holiday time,
once you get in
we
that
heavy.
holiday season, viewership goes down. This is why you usually during the Powerverse, you usually see them take that week 5 to week 6 off to give it a break. Definitely during the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Power Book 1 season broke records, but it seems like Stars stepped in and messed us up behind closed door. This only happens to black shows. They meet the demands for the white shows that flourish. I, Ratchet Studios, I can't say I agree fully with that. I mean, I remember the Power universe from the beginning, and Power Book season 1 started off slow, far as what we like, and then it picked up because at the end of episode 10, you saw 50 getting out of jail because 50 didn't never show his face. You never seen him in the show, so a lot of us got reintroduced to Amari Hardwick, reintroduced to Michael Rainey. We knew who Michael Rainey was from little kid, that always in the barber shops and all that stuff. So I think a lot of times, like I said, with these shows, you can't take them big breaks off.
Yeah, it's tough.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to put all you guys' comments up. We appreciate y'all support. Yeah, Nicole, we believe P Valley is shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah. I don't watch it, but it's crazy.
Never watch P Valley like that. Yeah, you like Dwayne. Dwayne don't watch P Valley, but P Valley, I mean, regardless of what we like in our personal lives, gotta understand that P Valley is doing well when it comes to ratings.
Ratchet Studio. I only save stuff like this for Quentin and Keisha, but that comment made me go off screen, bro. You a wild boy, man. You wild for that.
Supporting
Woo.
gamers said Howard tells Burke leave it alone. Her boss says leave it alone. Grover says leave it alone. Jukebox says leave it alone. But Burke only listens to her. Yeah, that
And
is.
that's a recipe for getting killed, man.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna happen to her. She gonna
Because
die,
if
man.
but you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all the crazy part. I'm gonna tell y'all a scene that y'all missed 2 scenes ago that y'all seen, but we never went back to it. And this is what I mean about this season that's always crazy, but y'all know how the Powerverse is something that happened, and then they won't talk about it for 4 or 5 episodes or another 2 seasons down the line. The detective that found the card on Crown's body. You show that scene, like that's gonna be part of the season, and then they never get back to.
They just left a lot of
Ratchet Studios
actors.
said here. Thanks, we appreciate it. Yeah,
The,
you know the
listen,
Transformers.
I think I lost my train of thought. It's a happy Diwali for everybody. They setting off fireworks in my neighborhood. I'm in South Brunswick. I'll just leave it at that. So they're having a celebration out here. Um, so I'm gonna use a term that you used earlier today when we was chatting with each other. They left a lot on the bone. They
Yeah,
left a lot of meat on the bone, man.
pause.
Pause. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
set
know,
myself up.
um, yeah, they do a lot of things. Like I don't think they understand that the fans don't want to see Burke no more.
I'm tired of
Burke
it.
Burke does nothing for the show. The fans don't want to see Famous no more. We don't need comic relief. We liked it. What was his name? The one that Lulu killed?
Crown.
D. Kanan's boy from
Oh,
season one.
oh, season one. Yeah, 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 yeah.
We liked him. He was down.
Yeah.
It just was weird, but we ain't gonna keep y'all. We try to do the show from at least a half an hour
All right. Well, here
to
we
an
go.
to an hour.
Okay.
Dwayne,
So my
I,
season finale rating.
rating for the show and the overall season.
Well, I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm giving over. All right. Well, whatever. This show, I give them a very solid 7.5. I enjoyed it. I really did. But for the season, I'll give it a 2.
You're right. Burke is probably gonna be the sax of the show.
Well, what do
Um,
Burks and Sack have in common? I'm just saying.
I'm season two is a 7. No, season two is not a 7.
Well,
No.
no, that's his
Supporting
opinion.
gamers since season 2 is a 7. I'm giving this
Opinion.
episode the finale. I'm gonna be honest, for a finale and for what I expected, I'm giving this an 8.
Yeah, that's solid.
And for season 2, the overall grade, I'm giving it a 3.
Yeah,
I'm giving it a 3. It was
listen, because I'm telling y'all, I talk to certain people and they tell me I'm being too critical of this show. They telling me it's better. This season was better than I give it credit for. So
Nicole
I
gave
gotta
it a
look at
show.
that.
She gave it 8. The show an 8. Season a 2.
Yeah. So I gotta look at that, man. Maybe I was expecting too much. Maybe.
I mean, Dwayne, when I be on IG and they post something and I look at the comments, people loved it. I mean, people
Yeah.
went in Sasha Penn's thing and was like, "Yo, this was fire! Y'all
Yeah.
killed it this episode. Y'all
So
killed this whole season." They went on London Brown's post and was like, "We love the transition to Marvin. You did your
yeah.
thing."
So
And
so
we
it's me.
we
It's me. It's not everybody else. It's
me
me.
me and Dwayne today, I believe, for you guys in the chat, when we had our conversation, we did acknowledge that the actors are really doing a good job.
They acting their tails off,
It's
man.
just the writing, you know. The actors have really
I
done
needed.
well.
You know what? I think one of the problems I had this season is, yeah, I agree. Support gaming. Um, I think really when actually got equals LeBron James. Um, I think really for me, they didn't do justice by Unique in this season, especially how he was in season one.
you you
So
know
I
what
hope
you
it
know what
looked
you did?
like they setting up for my boy to be back
You know
strong
what they did with
in
Unique,
three because he's
Dwayne?
my favorite, man. He my
You know what
favorite.
they did? You know what they did with Unique, and this is what happens with a lot of shows that I noticed. Unique came season 1 on fire,
Yes.
came off authentic as hell. I believe the fans started really gravitating towards Unique, and they seen it. So season 2, we was kind of like not wanting to get too cool with Unique because we didn't know if he was gonna get killed. We didn't
Right.
know if he was gonna end up a fuck boy. So it's kind of like let's fall back from this dude. and then at the end he comes in like the knight in shining
Yeah.
armor. So
And he told Rock he feeling it too.
yeah, Joey badass man. I'm I'm gonna credit Dwayne because I didn't know who this guy was before the show, and when he first got on the show, Dwayne was like, "Yo, you gotta look at his IG. Look at this IG. Look what he's about." Fabulous actor. Him, London, and the young lady that plays Juke, as well as Patrina Miller. From what I understand, she's very acclaimed on Broadway. We just haven't seen her on the silver screen too much,
Right.
but very, very, very good job. Even the brother that plays Lulu, I remember him from Snowfall and a couple other shows. So very, very, very good actors on the show.
So
I
I don't
mean,
know.
if you've seen it, they left it on the table if Unique is gonna get with Rock sexually.
Seemed
I,
like it.
I think
He
that
may not want to cross that line though, because they it just looked like they're gonna be down because now Unique sees that those Italians don't really care about his ass either.
yeah.
And they killed this boy. He was hurt when they killed this boy, man.
A Ratchet Studios, I tell you, you should really watch movies with me and Dwayne because your imagination is amazing, yo. So unique is the one true ghost. Interesting.
Mm, that is interesting.
Ratchet Studios said they presented a fictional, realistic breakdown of that life and did a random 360 to a goofy barbershop hood tale. It's not a 360, it's a 180, but I like
Okay,
I like
but I
I,
like what you're saying.
I like your premise.
I like
I
what you're
I
saying.
mean, like we said during a couple of the episodes, I do think if they would have focused more on Kanan and what made Kanan this humble, meek, not being able to do nothing, made him into the Kanan that we seen die. I think if they would have started showing more of that transition, we probably would have liked the season better. Instead, they basically showed what made Juke cold.
Yeah.
But the craziest thing about making Juke cold is she wound up becoming a cop and becoming crooked. And then even so much us knowing more about Juke and Kanan, and I've told Dwayne this plenty of times, I still have a problem with us knowing that at the end of the day, Kanan killed Juke over Tariq.
Yeah.
Like as close as they was through these 2 seasons, like he was willing to kill his blood, his sister, his cousin, his everything over Tariq. So I thought that was anything. Unless they gonna show how Juke and Kanan was pulling them robberies and
Yeah.
like they was
Now that I think
relentless.
about it, right, and this may be crazy, but I'm looking at these episodes trying to find it, right? So I'm thinking Kanan at some point saw a lot of himself in Tariq. So I look at it a little bit like, and I'm looking at these Raising Kanan episodes to see if I see that parallel between Kanan and Tariq. And I guess the parallel is they both grew up in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like Kanan saw Tariq more of his son than he even did Sean. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting.
Yeah, and see, but that's the one thing, and even to the end, when Ghost went and got Tariq from Kanan, Ghost told him, "You okay? Not him,
Mhm.
not him." Like you knew I was gonna try to put, and they got to bring this up because I believe brings authenticity to the whole Power universe. That however they were raised in the life that they chose, that they were trying to protect their kids, and that even goes back to when Kanan he wanted Sean to basically spy on him, on Ghost for him. And
Mhm.
even Ghost, no matter what he did, yeah, you could drive, you could be my driver, but Sean, this life ain't for you. And that's something I believe is very authentic, definitely with a lot of people that we know that may be in the streets. You be like, yeah, this life ain't for you. You don't want to be a part of this.
So I don't know, man. There's not much for us to review going forward, man.
The only thing that doesn't add up is why Juke becomes a narc. Well, remember, Juke becomes a cop in Baltimore. So that's going to be interesting where that goes. Kanan was the father Tariq needed, and Tariq was the son Kanan wanted. Ghost was the father Sean needed, and Sean was the son Ghost wanted.
It's true.
Interesting.
Very interesting. True though. I can feel that.
Interesting. Well, look, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for
As
being with
always,
us.
man. Thank you for rocking with us, man.
You
Continue
guys
to
been with us for 10 weeks
subscribe.
doing this thing, man.
Yeah, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Like, we gotta be out here supporting one another, man. We do this because we enjoy it. We do this because this is what we've been doing since the playgrounds, the sixth grade. And we got some other things out there. Q is hitting the platform with a lot of content. You know, tune in, man. The Poetry Corner is blowing up.
Yeah, I
Continue to
gotta
be our biggest franchise, the biggest franchise on the Let's Talk platform. They're doing a lot of great things. You got Nicole in the comments. She got a book out there. So everybody just look out for that.
yeah, Nicole got a show coming up Thursday, 8 p.m. And me and Nicole gonna discuss some stuff. Also, last week I did an interview with actor and comedian Vernon Thomas, childhood friend of Dwayne and myself.
Yes.
Some of the stuff he's doing. And listen, I got something really big coming up, man. A young lady Dwayne and myself grew up with, who's been acting and on Broadway. Hopefully, the last 20 years. Hopefully, she's gonna be coming on. I finally reached out to her. She said she's willing to do it. We just gotta hook up a date. Um, be looking out, man. Appreciate everything you guys have
Yo,
done
watch
supporting us.
Hightown, man, because we may pop up and do a quick pop up on Hightown when it comes back out. So, it's a good show. Y'all should tune into that.
Well, Ratchet Studios, we try to have a brain, man. We
I try, nephew. I try. But sometimes, man, I just can't take what I see. You should see us on Sundays sometimes, man. But we just appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We just doing what we like to do, man.
Yeah, Nicole, we're gonna check you out on Thursday, 8 p.m. But
We signing off, man.
yeah, you met Brian, but I know you met Brain. He met Brain supporting gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Look, appreciate you guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe. We got the Poetry Corner coming up Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm not gonna have a show because my co-host is going through something. Maybe one of them may show, and I may do a show. Thursday will be two shows. We're gonna do Poetry Corner West Coast. That's 11 p.m. Eastern. And then we have Nicole R. Brookins, author and poet. She's gonna be on the show. Nicole is always supporting the platform, and she's gonna be on the show. We're gonna discuss some stuff. Her book, her poetry, Sigma Gamma Rho. Her being a Clemson graduate, stuff like that. So make sure you guys check us out and just check out the community section because that's how you'll know if a show is coming up. And make sure you hit the bell so you get the alerts. With that, we're gonna close. You guys take care.
Oh God, Ratchet Studio got me dying, yo.